central bank, we have the ability to create money digitally, and we do that by buying treasury bills or bonds or other government guaranteed securities, and that actually increases the money supply. We also print actual currency, and we distribute that through the Federal Reserve Bank.
Simply flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did. That's another way to think about it. We did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally. So we as a central bank, we have the ability to create money digitally, and we do that by buying treasury bills or bonds or other government guaranteed securities, and that actually increases the money supply. We also print actual currency.
Hey, what is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degenerate crypto enthusiasts? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. Welcome to 2026, baby. Happy New Year. I think this is going to be our year. Our year, not just my year, but our year. I can feel it, my friends. We have a better attitude. We're starting the year off strong, and we are very much optimistic. And so I think with all the things that we've learned over the years, being in the cycles that we've seen, being in crypto since 2021, from January 2021 till now, I think when I really do look back, I think we've done some cool stuff. We've learned a lot. And I think in the scope of just our lives in general, we've really experienced a lot of cool stuff. Zanny Poppins, yo, let's go. We got someone on Rumble, baby. He said, oh shit, this wasn't a bot the whole time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we are streaming, guys. So just so you know, this channel, we've always tried to stream on as many platforms as possible. And so we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on Rumble, we're streaming on Twitch, we're streaming on Kick, and we're streaming on X. So we're streaming everywhere. You know, we basically told ourselves a long time ago that we just want to be just like seen everywhere, and not for like clout purposes or for, you know, trying to get popular, you know, popular, but just to be able to be one of those people that when you talk about crypto or you hear crypto or you want to know if crypto looks good here or not, or how's crypto doing, you come and ask me. Or you come and listen to the live show. You come to the quote, you know, this live podcast radio show that we're doing here. And you become part of the Dano Dojo crew. So this is what we've been trying to build. And I see that you just grabbed that switch, my lady over there. I see you. So yeah, if you see that Christmas break is still in effect, so we got the kids running wild, with their stuff. But I don't blame them, But let's get back to it. So I think we just want to focus more on the community. We want to focus more on just staying consistent. And we want to, if more than anything, just prove to you guys that like we're not going anywhere, even if crypto looks bad or when it looks good, or if we make a lot of money and then all of a sudden we just disappear. That's not how we want to operate. We want to just be here through good times, bad times, sideways times. Sometimes there's nothing happening. And right now, I would say more than any time I've ever been in crypto, this has been the lowest sentiment, the lowest viewership, just kind of like the lows in everything in terms of the excitement level. We've had little pops of optimism, but really nothing like we had in the past. So it's been tough, really has. And I think a lot of times I've taken it personal, and I've made it about me. And really, I think it's just a different type of framework and different, we're in just a different reality now than we were 3, 4, 5 years ago. Things have changed. And so I think we're going to get that energy and that euphoria coming back in, but it's going to be spurred with a type of catalyst like we did coming out of COVID. So we had stimulus checks. We had, people that were out of work. So, and that's something similar. So we have almost it's similar where like a lot of people are losing their jobs. So we have the jobs market is being skewed a lot. There's a lot of sectors that are getting hit really hard right now. And to top it off, like things are, triple, quadruple more expensive than they were 3-4 years ago. So there are some similarities, but we haven't gotten hit with a stimulus yet. There's been tariff revenue and all this stuff, but really inflation's up. It's still really expensive to do things, and housing prices in the real estate market are just still over inflated, and there's more supply on the market now than anything, and the prices are still high. So, and the demand really isn't there because people don't have enough money to even put a down payment on a house. Average price of a house right now in the United States is $350,000. That's crazy. For just an average, 1,200 square feet, 1,400 square foot house is an average price of $350,000. You have to put 10% or 20% down. That means you need almost close to $100,000 to put down on a house. And that's crazy. So it's like the barrier to entry for people to be able to own their own property. And then not to mention the property taxes are expensive too. And you have all these things that go into and the insurance is expensive. So there's a lot of stuff that is still going against people, trying to build and preserve their wealth. And so what do we do? What do we do? That's the question. Like, what do we do? Okay, well, what I'm trying to do is I want to build a community of people that are constantly training in their perception of what's been going on. The way this is how I see things right now. I see that there's been massive fraud happening since Bush era, since Obama era, since the Nixon era. I mean, there's been fraud and money being stolen from the American people for the longest time. It's just, at what point are we going to get mad enough to literally say, I'm not even going to be in the system anymore? We have our own things that have been created by the people for the people, and we could just do that. That is what crypto really is, and we haven't woken up to that fact, and we still are reliant in using the system. The system is obviously broken. All of our money that we put into the system has been funneled into places that we don't know where it's going. So now we've figured out one of the rails has been daycare centers, whether it be Somali run or whatever run. If there are front businesses that are able to get funding from taxpayer money, and then it gets obfuscated through these different rails and pathways to politicians' pockets, and just maybe even those people themselves, they get propped up and paid to be able to continue running the scam. And then you see how the media is portraying all of this as if you try and say, oh, well, these people or this person is committing fraud, then you're racist, and then you're going against a whole entire group of people because you're calling out the fraud. So this is the attack from the, quote, matrix media conglomerate that is trying to skew your perception into how the money system's been ran this whole time. Because guess what? That printed money that this man in the Federal Reserve issued out 60% into the money supply. Well, guess where all that money went? It's been going out into places, obviously not for us. It hasn't been going to us. So what needs to happen is that you need to see the contrast of the real world, which is actually our money is being stolen on a day-to-day basis, and the Somali daycare is the tip of the iceberg for the whole scheme, because it's probably way deeper than just Minnesota and some Somali daycare centers that are committing the fraud. It's always been like that. Think about military defense contracts. Think about all of the different things that have been, our money has been funneled into, and then you see towns in certain states completely obliterated by homelessness, by drug addiction, by not being able to get access to clean water. You see like healthcare is like really not accessible. You see like the jobs market looks crap in some of these areas. Some of the cities look so bad and not clean. But then there's money to go to all of these other places like war. And so this is what I think, if you look deep inside yourself, there's something fundamentally wrong. And you can feel that there are snakes and there's infiltrators and people that are basically using this system that could work. And they're using it in literally a vampire. They are a virus inside of a computer system that could actually work. Because here's the thing. I am one of those people that believe that actually the Matrix needs to exist, because if you really paid attention to the Matrix and how it all broke down, is that ultimately we create the Matrix ourselves. It really isn't necessarily that we there's like a us and them. That's the illusion. It's like we've always been stronger than the system. We just are too blind to see the power of our true nature. And so they use that against us. And that's how we have fell into creating our collective reality of having to go against the system. Guess what? We are the system. That's what Morpheus told Neo in the freaking first movie. He said, if you are in the system, you will, and anyone potentially is an agent, and they will fight to protect the system. You get it? So we create the Matrix, but we can create a different type of programmed Matrix that works in our benefit and not in their benefit. We just have to wake up. And every time we wake up, and we get closer to waking up, they pull the kill switch. I'm not going to go into what that means. You should know what I mean by using the words and look and listen to what I'm saying. They pull the kill switch and then skew emotions by doing something on a scale that emits a dark magic frequency that changes your whole entire perception of reality. Charlie Kirk, Trump, all the attempts. It's all happening right in front of your eyes. So our movement is to say, I'm not going to be a part of that system anymore, and I'm going to be a part of memes. I'm going to be a part of culture. I'm going to be a part of NFTs. I'm going to be a part of crypto, because it's what actually has cracked my brain fully open, which was already being cracked way back in the 2008 days of listening to Alex Jones and watching all the crazy movies, you know? Yeah, Zanny Poppins, I threw it on the ground. Yeah, I threw it on the ground. So basically, the crypto opens your eyes into a whole new possibility of like, wow, we could, as the people, rally behind something like we did in 2021 with Dogecoin and GME and take it to a whole nother level. So this is why movements like with people like Morad and Michael Saylor is the Morad for Bitcoin. Morad is the Michael Saylor for memes. So this is how you have to go into this year with an open macro mind and ignore the FUD and realize that most of the stuff that you realized through the past 2, 3, 4 years, you were a lot of it, you were right. But we just let a lot of things get to us because of the attacks, the vampire attacks, the FUD, the false hopes, the rug pulls. I get it. So this is when you look at it in a big picture, how I just broke it down, this is my thesis. And it all goes into this image. It's like they're like, oh, billions of dollars is going to a freaking building. Yeah. Buy meme coins, please. This is like, it's just like, it's two different worlds. You can either be in the reality that the debt system and the fiat currency, you're still going to believe in that, or you can go into what we believe to be the canary, basically the canary in the coal mine, being like, hey, well, silver is the canary in the coal mine for crypto, by the way. So you want to know why silver is pumping so hard? All you need to know is that it was the second in line commodity with gold, and now we're going into phases that look just like this. So this needs to be added into a new phase where there's a phase 0, a phase precious metals. Precious metals is going to be the phase, and we're in that phase right now, going into Bitcoin, going into Ethereum, then going into the large caps, because Bitcoin is going to carry the whole market. Now we can go into the yearly Bitcoin candles on the Coinbase chart, and this is why you could look at this and you can say, okay, well, I can get why the bears are saying, look, Bitcoin is due to get one of these yearly candles right here going down, because we've had all those greens, and then we've always had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 years green. Then we have 1 year of down, 1, 2, 3 years this time, and then 1 year of down. Now we have 1, 2, and on that third year, after this split of the cycle, it just didn't really look. It's a doji wick like of the year. Like, it's kind of like not very much what we would like to see. But if you look at history, we've had 3 and then down, but then we've kind of went 2 nice big green candles for the year, and then this one's just kind of an interesting candle, could be a lot bigger. You would think that compared to these candles and this one right here, we would have this candle be like up to like 200,000. This is what makes me think that the market had been very much heavily manipulated with paper traded futures contracts markets controlled heavily by Binance. Because if you look at this chart, why didn't we already get to 200K? Well, it's because the market has been manipulated. And the way that they've been doing that is through the Binance wash trading combined with the outflows of the ETFs. And then you could easily control the Bitcoin price, especially if it's been denominated in the paper contract and also denominated in USD. If Bitcoin was priced correctly, in gold, it would be worth $500,000 right now. But because we're not on a gold standard, Bitcoin's not at 500,000. It's based on the USD value price. So until the dollar continues to then go down and we rebase the currency, which is what I think our government's trying to do, then I think we're actually see the value of Bitcoin go into its price compared into gold or silver. And also it's true value. It's real value. which I think Bitcoin right now should be at $200,000. But I think the theys, so the exchanges, market makers, they're playing games. I think they're playing games right now, because a true candle would probably be up to here. So I'm just gearing up for it. I'm ready. But I know, look, the volume's not there. We're at the start of the year. This is January 1st. We're at the absolute beginning of one of the most speculated years for alts to run, memes to run, for everything about everything that we've been going through for the past 2 years to then actually see the results of it. The real results. Because in my mind, this market was still choppy. Yes, we've had things that went up a lot. Bitcoin even itself did pretty damn good. But if you were to look at this in terms of like what we've done in the past, this was way more of a cycle of chopping people and leverage and more rug pulls than we've had ever. But I think there's just been so much to try and pay attention to. And we've had the Trump tariff stuff. We've had so many different drawdowns where I think people calling for that 126,000, the 128,000 top and saying like, yep, well, that was it. Well, was it? Or did we just get completely stonewalled by the nature of what's been happening? Don't know. But let's look at the alts today. Let's look at the alts and see what's happening. And we can look at these actually on the weekly chart is what we like to look at the altcoins. Our time frame right now to look at alts is on the weekly chart. I think that's the best chart to look at for alts. You can see where all of the price action has been happening during either 2023. You can go into 2024. You can kind of see if it's just been on a steady downtrend into the bottom. You can, and a lot of these altcoins, even though they're going to go up 8, 10, 20%, 30%, well, guess what? They've been down from the top, like to zero. I mean, all alts have been down 90% plus, but from the bottom, if you're buying the absolute bottom, which is right now, you're really at the bottom. You are setting yourself up for a DCA, dollar cost average potential of getting even just up to the last breakout, which was December 24th for all the market. Everyone's portfolio was at their all-time highs right here at December 24th, and we're a little bit in January. Everyone's portfolio probably looked like it was at its all-time high. And you either hedged against yourself and took profits just to be safe, or you got greedy and you looked at it and you were like, let's keep going, baby. And you threw money on the table and you rolled the dice. And then this is what happened. Everything went down 90, 100%. So a lot of anger and frustration comes from that exact thing that I just explained that happened with a lot of portfolios. So this is our opportunity now, is like all that same stuff that we saw perform well before the Trump pump, and then also in 2024 when Ethereum went up 20% in one day. We reference this because in just Ethereum going up 20% in one day sent some of these altcoins flying 400%, 500% in a matter of like a week or two. It was crazy. So just a couple weeks went by and some of the things that were in the ground, like at the lows, like they were in the lows, like right here, they ripped. So I think we could be getting into that same setup where even like, look, it looks bad. Yeah, it's even lower than it was. It's lower right here. But any movement or any action at all is going to give you a really, really good base entry to potentially get 200%, 300%. And then going up to where, like I said, the 2024 top, 1,233%. That's just from Rose. This is just from like an AI privacy altcoin. And then same thing with Aptos. Like you could look at Aptos and say, yep, similar setup. It's in the ground. It's in the floor. Trading back up to 2024. That's a 1,000% potential gain going up to its all-time high. So Radium isn't as bad. You could say, look, okay, it didn't get into the bottom of the ground. Okay. And you look at this, and from the bottom for radium going up to just the 382 Fibonacci, that's 816%. Polka dot, but look, see, polka dot's one of those that got crushed. It went to the absolute like bottom. And so if you think that polka dot might have a resurgence, you could be DCAing and just dollar cost average up until a point where it's going to get to this resistance. And then that's 557%. Doge is looking really strong because even though it got hit hard, manipulated by Binance with that 1010 liquidation, you can see that even with that, we're at this mega support. We're sitting at support that can give us a 300% move to the upside, but then just going back up to where we had the initial Doge run gets us to 72 cents. Okay, that's 500%. And it's at 12 cents. You can buy Doge everywhere. You can buy Doge everywhere. You can buy Pepe everywhere now. Pepe's in that same setup. And I'm telling you guys. So you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Just all it takes is just price. It's just price. It just needs to go up and people get happy again. That's it. And it's just that simple. You get more people excited. You get more people buying than selling. And that's it. It's as simple as that. And we've always gone through these emotional waves where people care, then they don't, then they care, then they don't. We have a little bit more against us this time with prediction markets and sports betting and all that stuff. But guess what? The only reason that works is because they spend millions of dollars on advertisement. And that's what crypto has failed with. You know, all these companies, they're complaining. Charles Hoskinson is complaining. You know, Charles Hoskinson has enough money to air commercials on national TV 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but he's too stubborn and too head up his ass and smarty pants to realize that. He's just going to go on YouTube and X and complain and make a video. Well, guess what? That's not going to work. That's not going to get people to buy Cardano or download the Daedalus wallet or the freaking NAMI wallet. No one knows what the hell that is, Charles. If you go and make a freaking TV commercial and air it to the normies, they might know what Cardano is. Why am I the one over here with freaking no money at all? No money, but I have that idea already to air commercials across TV. And I'm about to make it happen locally. Where are you crypto founders, Brian Armstrong and Coinbase? Where you air one commercial during Super Bowl and expect people to get crypto? That's not how it works. What the hell? So this is the problem with crypto right now. No, it's not being put in front of people in a good light. All people hear is that it's a scam and, oh, okay, it's not cool anymore. Yeah, guess what? You know why people think sports betting is cool? It's because they got Post Malone on Hard Rock Bets going like this. And they have every single famous person promoting sports betting. It's not that it's cooler. It's that it has more money behind it. Happy New Year. But this is the truth. That's why people are sports betting and prediction markets. There's millions of dollars going into the advertisement for people to do it. So if crypto wants to win against the biggest competing market of volume traders, we could literally just air commercials 24 hours. Run the commercials through the airwaves. Live TV is still a thing. It's still, even when you get commercials on your live streaming box, that if you have like a box that does like live TV instead of like an antenna, like an HD antenna where you're tuning into all the channels, you still get local. You'll get local advertisements. You'll get national advertisements. You get the gamut. So this is what we need to be doing. It's as simple as that. And so I think SPX 6900 needs a commercial on TV. I think ticker Bitcoin needs a commercial on TV. Doge. I think Coinbase needs to be making commercials, just teaching people, hey, do you have a digital wallet? No, I don't know what that is, Tom. Well, did you know that you can hold multiple thousands of different cryptocurrencies and send your grandma in Barbados $100,000 in 2 seconds? Did you know that, Tom? No, I did not know that, Ricardo. How did you figure this out? Well, I went to Dano Crypto's YouTube channel. I saw his commercial on TV, and he taught me how to eliminate all the fees that I've been spending for years on remittance payment. Tom? Get me in these boardrooms. Feel like my talents are being wasted. Gosh. Anyway, clip it. Clip this, please, and send it to all of these complainers, specifically Charles. Charles has made so much money, and all he does is complain. And all he could do is make a cool commercial telling people about Cardano. That's it. Buy the token. No one cares about your freaking research papers, Charles. No one cares about how smart you are, how many math books you have on your freaking shelf. No one cares. Can you get more people to buy your token than sell it? No? Then you failed. Work harder. That's it. Because if a meme coin can beat your chain, you got more work to do. Memes figured it out. And that's what's going to take over. Memes had already figured it out. It's just that those same people that could just wake up and buy the memes and have way more of a chance of making money, like instead of having a 50-50 shot at an 80% to 90% lose rate, that's the reality. SHIB and Pepe and Dogecoin have the ability to literally, if you took every single person who's sports betting right now and you took all of that money and volume and you just said, buy the token, it would be a revolution. And no one gets it. Morad gets it. That's what the SPX 6900 movement is all about. Getting people to wake up to the fact that they could buy something like that. And that's the revolution. Wake up. Wake up. That Doge showed us that was possible, and it also proved that the system in the rails of where you buy crypto are rigged. Robinhood, stop the buy and sell button. GME, all the brokerages stop the buy and sell button. Guess what? System's rigged. But you know what's not? You know what isn't rigged? You know what you can do? You can swap into any coin you want right now on this phone. You can do it right now on a web browser. I can do it right now anywhere, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I can just decentralize DeFi, decentralized finance at any point of the day if you know about crypto. And that is what this is all about. We can create the economy. So it really, it's all about programming. So let's like go into this year and realize that fact and be like, if we want crypto to be successful, then we need to be the pioneers. We need to be the people to get to explain to them this exact breakdown and thesis. That's what the movements are all about. It's not necessarily about, I can become rich. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yes, of course, we want to make money, but we also want to be able to just like have our money in the way like we don't have to always ask permission or have these third parties or middlemen always in the way of our stuff. There's everything that we've done for years. There's always a dude in a suit trying to take our money. All right, well, I'm going to stop ranting. Holy crap. Any questions, concerns? I want to hear from you guys, actually. I would love to hear from the chat. How many people do we have watching on Rumble right now? Let's see. We have one view. We got Zanny Poppins. Okay, Zanny Poppins, share this live stream on Rumble so I can get more people follow. I have 10 followers on Rumble right now, so we're getting there. Let's go Rumble. And then on YouTube, we have 5 people watching. Okay. Nice. What's up, YouTube? And let's see, on X, we have... we have 36 people watching. Okay, nice. So we have a nice group of people watching. And how many people do we have on Kick? Let's see. We have 2 viewers on Kick. So what's going on? Shout out to all the people that are watching on Kick. We're trying to build up the Kick followers as well. We have 13 followers on Kick. We're trying to get a Kick deal. Maybe Kick will start sponsoring crypto channels. That would be amazing. They just Kick sends me an email. They're like, "We've been watching your channel for years. We've been waiting for this moment. We're going to offer you thousands of dollars a month to stream on Kick, and we'll put you in the search. We just thought your meme thesis breakdown was so inspiring." All right, well, let's sorry guys, my some of these tabs are like lagging so bad. Oh, if you want to check out the blog, so by the way, on danocrypto.com is where I tried my best to update I have crypto bubbles here too. So if you go on this website on your phone, you can actually tune in, or you can get live crypto bubbles. You can set the time for, you can set like a 5-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame. So you can kind of see what's happening just right in the clinch right here of the altcoins and just the overall market. And then you have your subscribe buttons. You can follow me here, but then also I'm making blog posts that also have the thumbnail, and you can kind of go into what the live stream and what we're talking about is. So normally I do have a theme. So obviously the big theme here was to get your brain to think about memes and as not just a money machine or a way to rug people, or, oh, it's like, but you have to think about it as movements and mechanisms and catalysts for people to be able to create art and do things around a particular movement. And so, and those things can really ignite and really take off because we have seen it in the past. So, oh, Jason Beats, I saw on Telegram that it was your birthday. Is that true? Is it your birthday today? Or was it yesterday? Mr. Jason Beats, If it is your birthday, because yeah, I don't know if Telegram got it wrong, but yeah. So happy birthday, brother. We gotta do another meetup. We gotta do another Dojo Crew meetup at one of the conferences coming up. That last one was fun. All right, so in the deck screener, this is the top 15. Oh, it's January 17th. Oh, okay, yeah. So, all right. Well, then Telegram. Yours is pretty close to mine. Let's go. All right, so deck screener. What I like to do is I'll click on the chains and I just click on liquidity and I see what the top 15, top 20 coins are. And that's what I like to do to scan and screen what is having what has the highest liquidity. My whole thought process and thesis on how you're going to be able to get more out of these coins is the amount of supply that you have. If the supply is scarce of the coin and pretty limited to what you're holding, is the coin distributed enough between certain whales that there's going to be less selling pressure from people who are paper-handed? So like a lot of these coins here, depending on who minted the token, who's providing the liquidity, who's market making the token, that all goes into the success and the nature of the supply, demand, redistribution, and accumulation of the chart for a meme coin. Okay? And this is across the board for any coin. So it's healthy to obviously have buying and selling. You need it to be buying and selling and ebbing and flowing. It has a heartbeat, but Bitcoin's like that. It doesn't go straight up. It doesn't go straight down. It's been logarithmic on a scale going in a trajectory like this, not like, because then no one would want to go near it. So some of these meme coins have had that kind of type of ticker. Bitcoin's the perfect example. Because actually, people that are running the token, there is a team and they are probably kind of distributing and accumulation and making sure that the chart looks healthy and looks good. There's been moments where it has been boomed, it's got nuked, but then it got bought right back up. And I've noticed that with a few meme coins, but then there's some that don't have that same type of movement. But do that. And try and look and see about what the supply, where the liquidity is, and then I think this could be your best bet for picking the top meme coins to run when Ethereum gets in the good days again this year. You can do the same thing with Solana, and Solana is going to bring up some interesting tokens, and you're going to see things like what we saw pumping in the previous AI run of the agents. Like, look, we got Griffin pumping again. And then you have a lot of meme coins on Sol, which is useless coin. We have, Chill House. And there's a couple, Nubcat, Fart Coin, Pippin, Pump. The ones that I'm probably going to focus on the most when it comes to the Solana meme coins is Bonk, Ponky, and Fartcoin, and Pump, and actually the Pump token. So the Pump token obviously is not a meme coin, but it's connected obviously with the Pump app, Pump.fun. And if anything, when memes start to run again, my bet is that Pump token's going to pump. The dexes on Solana that are Orca, Radium, Meteora, and because Pump provides liquidity, anything that's going to have, look, these symbols, you see these symbols on the side? These symbols on the side here are represented where the liquidity is sitting. These now all have tokens. Meteor has a token, Radium has a token, Pump has a token, and Orca has a token. And it's just the same like this. But look, all the liquidity, look, Uniswap, a lot of the major liquidity is still provided on Uniswap on Ethereum. And so this is how you're going to you're going to do so good this year, the next year, right now. This is how you're going to do it. Now, the difference between the liquidity is the tokens that have the liquidity at the highest are, I mean, it's kind of a crap show on Solana right now. It's not, there's barely any fundamental tokens in here. A lot of it's like, look, white whale, like who gives a crap about these influencer, like, extractor tokens like the white whale or James Wynn or any of these, those are no go, in my opinion, because I'm here every day. I see how they operate. And when you see people posting donation addresses, they are all of a sudden in your For You section on your timeline. And for some reason, they're in this big battle with the exchange. And, oh, I can't get my millions of dollars out. Yeah, how'd you get the millions of dollars? You probably got, you have these deals with the exchanges. You're a market maker. You're some kind of insider of some sort. There's no way that you just automatically start popping up on everyone's timeline. It's bullshit. So I'm not buying it. And then they just extract from the people that are in crypto. And it's just, it's annoying. So you see that stuff, run away quick and block them. I've blocked all those people. It is such a distraction. It's such a waste of time. And I can smell a fake from a mile away. These people are so fake, and it's such a big distraction. It's such a big distraction. It's so obvious when you see the mechanisms of how they do the attention economy, and then how these exchanges purposefully push and get the algorithm to get all this attention on them. And then all of a sudden there's a meme coin and there's all this stuff. And it's just like, guys, you guys are literally laundering money around probably. And then also just, quite frankly, just think that the people in crypto are stupid. That's what you're telling us. It's basically what these people are doing, is like, they think we're stupid. They think we're stupid. They think that we can't see what they're doing. You know? It's ridiculous. So the only hope with Solana, with some of these meme coins, is the OGs coming back in and Pump actually doing well, and we see the DEX tokens on Solana. That's how I am with Solana. And with Ethereum, I'm more so focused on ticker Bitcoin as my movement coin. But I get where SPX 6900, Pepe, Wojak, it's kind of like, that's like the bag. Like for me, the OG bag of Ethereum memes, Wojak, ticker Bitcoin, SPX 6900, Pepe, Mog. Okay? They're all in this top list though as well. When you hit the liquidity, but then you have some variables here that I'm going to add in, because I'm only mentioning these coins because all the wallets that I've tracked of the whales that hold the 5 coins that I just mentioned also hold these. Kekius, Apu, Andy, Bobo, the banana token. It's another one. I've seen Pepe in there, but that one's the least that I've seen, but I have seen it. What was the other ones? I think that was it. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh, and Wojak. But the Bobo though, I have never bought it. I have no idea about what's going on with Bobo. Obviously, Bobo is kind of like, if you look at it in terms of a meme, it's, you know, it's the bear. Pepe is the green bull. Bobo's the bear. It's red. It's like counter. Came out around the same time of the Make Memes Great Again. But for me, it's just maybe my personality. It's just kind of like what I've attributed to. Like, I just like the ticker Bitcoin community. I think it's hilarious. It fits all the stuff that I like. And it's like, you can't fake that. Like, it literally was a elusive, crazy backpack that came out of nowhere and all around the same time as when Bitcoin was created. And the ticker is Bitcoin. You can't recreate that. That's why this meme for me is so powerful, and it makes no sense to not buy it. It's hilarious. So, but then Pepe, as a what it started and spurred this, that's the obvious choice as well to have in your bag as a narrative. And then anything else in my mind is just an extra variable. Okay. Me, the end game, I'm set. Like, I know what I'm buying. I know how I'm breaking down the market here. And I am going a little bit all in, but like I said on the previous live streams, I'm still going to buy stocks. Like, I want to buy some stocks. There's some stocks I want to buy. I want to put them in a Roth IRA because I think if I do this over the next the next 2 years of aggressively investing into an IRA, a Roth IRA, and crypto, okay, and paying off all the debt, like I have no debt, I'm investing in a Roth IRA, and I'm consistently DCAing into crypto still. I mean, that's a pretty good bet. So, and what I'm doing is I'm specifically picking things to put in the Roth IRA that are attached to crypto. MicroStrategy, so MSTR, STRK, and so the preferred stock option from Strategy. I'm doing gold and silver mining ETFs and trusts. Then also Circle and Tesla. So Circle is USDC minter. And then Tesla, I'm basically betting that it's going to go to like $2,000 a share over the next 3-4 years because they're going to try and put a robot in every single house. And they're trying to literally, like, in connection with the technology, just like when you invest in Tesla, you're investing in AI robotic takeover. So I think that's a pretty good hedge. It's like, you're just like, I'm betting right now that AI, robotics, and crypto are going to power the next 10 years until something better comes out. And by the way, Sproto's floor is at the cheapest it's ever been, $468. Insane. I mean, just a crazy, just a crazy floor. I like, finally, I was like, I've got to buy one of these Sprotos. I'm still gonna buy my profile picture one. I kind of messed that one up. I got a little too antsy, and I thought he sold it, but he actually still had it. And I sent him an offer, and he probably would have accepted it. And then I ended up buying this one. Or where's it at? Hold on. Go back. Connect into my wallet. Something signing into OpenSea. Yeah, this one. What and what's cool about this one? It's basically it's the same Sproto. It's the same Sproto, but with my glasses off. And I just realized that I didn't put my glasses on. I didn't put my glasses on. I didn't have my glasses on this whole time. Wow. I can actually see. Are my eyes? My eyes! I can see. But this one's cool. It is basically my profile picture, just without it's the other Sproto without the glasses. See, I want to go back though. Yeah. What? Oh my gosh. They put this one up for way too much. Dang, the buy now was at $900. I was about to get this one for like 500. Now it's like, now they're just clowning me. I'm still going to make an offer for 0.11. I'm going to make an offer for the floor. But yeah, guys, right now I think is like, it's not financial advice, obviously. This is an entertainment crypto radio show. But right now, this is how millionaires are made. They're made in buying when no one believes in you, when it's the worst. All the Bitcoin billionaires that are able to fund their entire lifestyle now had to experience what we're experiencing. It's the same. So, are you willing to ride with it? Or are you going to be the one that is on the outside of the train, running, tripping over yourself? Or are you going to be the one that is very calmly already in the cabin getting food delivered to you and cracking open a cold one and just being like, that's how we need to be. We don't want to be those people that are on the outside of this train that's going to be blasting through and being like, let's not be that. All right. Well, let's use the last minute or so to do some Q&A. And actually, guys, consider becoming a member of the channel, because you will be a part of the Dano Dojo crew. And so you'll get a really, really cool emoji that you can use. And also you get a really, really cool logo to go next to your name. And we are going to be making shirts of this logo. We're going to make a shirt today, and it will be available to buy on my spread shop today. How about that? And so I'll make it available today, and we'll make it to where it is going to be like, oh, and only 9 days left today on Spreadshop is 25% off of everything for $50 plus orders. So if you want to order the exclusive Buff Doge sweater, I'm telling you guys, when I wear my Buff Doge shirt, okay, when I wear my Buff Doge shirt out in public, I get looks all the time. I get laughs. I get people going like this, and they're like, they love it. They think it's hilarious. And so if you want to get those same reactions out in public, you need to be wearing some Dano Crypto merch. And so look, you can pick all these different colors and all this stuff. But yeah, it's good stuff. So make sure you guys are checking out the merch section. I haven't had a single person buy any merch. I had to buy my own merch. So maybe you guys, for the start of the year, can go into the year looking like a boss, like Jerry Garcia, Grateful Dead, bullish Bitcoin, with your mug and it directly supports the channel. Yeah, we're actually gonna make a shirt of this logo. It's freaking it's dope. We're liking this. It's fire. Okay. Oh, and so I'm curious, guys. Have you okay? So for the whole year of 2025, did anyone buy any Pulse Chain tokens? Did you use Pump.tires or mint any tokens? Did you go on any Pulse Chain DeFi websites or scanners? Did you use Pulse Chain at all? If you did, put a 1 in the chat. If you didn't, put a 2. This is I'm asking everyone. Ivan on tech saved you. 2, okay. Well, what's funny is that I bought a very small amount. See, I didn't go all in like some people did back when it first launched. What I did though is I just put in like $100, $150, $200. Like I just put in like I bridged over Ethereum. I tested the bridge, the initial bridge, and we did it like that. And I think that's why I think that was the smarter move, was just to like see how it went, watch the progression. And to me, it just looked like, hey, Pulse Chain is not going to do well until everything just looks good. But at the same time, it probably was the most the most hated ecosystem, the most made fun of ecosystem. Like, and with Richard Hart, there was all the, the lawsuits and things like that. But then it came to pass that Richard Hart beat the SEC. A lot of the allegations ended up not being true. But more so, I think the community is very angry because what they did is they full ported the top, and they maybe held, and they were just very disappointed in the price. But most things didn't look very good. The only thing that was pumping was things that were fabricated pumped, as we know. And then we had things like XRP caught a lot of the run, that first initial altcoin run from 40 cents. And then look, gold and silver has pretty much, now looking back, has outperformed almost everything. So the chance of Pulse Chain with everything that was against it, and then toppled with that, of course, it's not going to look that good. But what's very interesting is that right now would be the absolute perfect time to buy, when everyone's angry, when everyone's mad, everyone thinks Richard Hart failed, and you buy the bottom. Because obviously, if you were buying at all those different prices beforehand, then yeah, you were like, okay, I'm down 100%. I've lost all my money. But if you only went in a little bit and you waited and you're like, okay, this is the result, you either decide. This is when you decide, am I going to continue to hold and know that it's going to take probably longer than a year, 2 years, 3 years, however long it is, for the people that are willing to not be so paper-handed? Maybe, just maybe, Richard Hart might be right. So, and this is kind of how a lot of these ecosystems are right now, is you just kind of have to put your money where your mouth is and say, like, everything's pretty much at the lows. What are you gonna do about it? Are you going to complain and say, oh, this sucks? Or are you going to pick and choose which ones are going to have the best asymmetric upside potential? This is your job. Right now in crypto, everything looks bad. Your job is to find the best asymmetric upside potential projects and get thousands of dollars into it. That's it. And because of the nature of crypto, and we know DeFi, you can move that money around anywhere you want, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as long as you have a device and an internet connection. And pretty soon, you might not even have to have an internet connection, because we have tokens like Zera that are building a protocol to do offline cash. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, get some more people. Get some of your buddies to come in on Rumble. We have to get more followers on here. And I think now you can tip. You can actually tip in Bitcoin. Can you tip in Bitcoin right now? Is that possible? How would you deal with taxes on these protocols? Well, here's the thing with the taxes on crypto. Like, you know, if you're operating in DeFi, why does the IRS need to, they don't need to, IRS is capital gains or whatever, income tax or no. Some of this stuff is just, you can't tax every freaking transaction. That's stupid. Because sometimes what you're doing shouldn't be a taxable event. So, and especially because if you just use crypto, if you just spend it, you're not selling it. Just because you're swapping it or sending it to a debit, like, look, if you send your crypto to a debit card, you're not selling it. You're not putting it into fiat cash. This is what people don't understand. If you just don't off-ramp your crypto, you're not paying taxes. What are you paying? Why? You don't need to pay tax for that. File your taxes the correct way and do it. Look, guys, I've filed my crypto taxes 3 years in a row, okay? Come to me. Come. I'll teach you. I'll do your tax. I'll do your crypto taxes for you. You know what? Let me put the link in the chat. Crypto taxes. Hold on just a second. Where's my link tree? Give me just a second. I think it's actually in the Rumble description. Yes, it is. Okay. If you guys want to book a one-on-one session with me and legitimately, like, here, 1 hour crypto session or just a quick meeting, and then I can help you out. I've used a few services and I found a really good one. I can teach you how to use it. I can teach you how to like do all of that stuff. I'm dead ass serious. This is like right off the dome plugs. I forget that I've done this, and some people are clueless and haven't done it before at all. They're like, what the heck do I do? So if you want help with this, I can actually help you. And because I've done it before. And so let's have a meeting if you're actually genuinely curious about this, and you can pick a date and time in here. If you want a full like hour breakdown, obviously I'm gonna have to charge you. If you just want like a quick meeting, you want to discuss some other things quickly, then click new meeting, because then that's just like a little 20-minute, 30-minute spot. You want a full hour? Right here. All right, guys. I think that's it. All right. Well, welcome to 2026. Welcome to the new you. Welcome to the smarter, less naive, less fudded crypto investor. I'm really happy you guys are here. Thank you. Like, the people that are here right now, you are a part of the dojo crew. And if you want to continue to engage with us together, this post right here, this thread, gives you options to watch in any way you would like. If you want to watch on YouTube, you can watch on YouTube. If you want to watch on Rumble, you watch on Rumble, Kick, Twitch, and also X. We're streaming everywhere. So best way that you can support the channel is just to like make sure you're following me on all those things, and comment, share, repost, send it to a friend, get the algorithm going, because I'd love to start this new year just crushing through the algorithm, and also getting to the goal of getting to 4,000 subscribers, because we are just like 70 subscribers away from getting there. We're so close. But we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in and humoring me with all this crypto breakdown stuff. Yeah. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.